With Starfield continuing to receive hundreds of mods every single day, it's sometimes hard to choose what mod you should get and what you should skip. Here are top 5 mods you should consider. Number 1. Scanner Encumbrance Display with Time. While traveling through Starfield, you inevitably will pick up lots and lots of items. Almost every item has weight, and Starfield is pretty strict with the total amount of weight you can carry before becoming over-encumbered. Sadly, by default you can only see your weight limit only when you open your inventory, which is quite inconvenient if you're trying to mine or gather resources. Scanner Encumbrance Display with Time mod changes this situation. It adds weight and time display onto the watch face because for some reason Bethesda decided to give us a watch that doesn't even show time, which is just peak Bethesda. With this mod, whenever you land onto a planet and exit your ship, or when you open the scanner, your watch switches on to show your weight limit, along with local time and universal time. This is extremely useful quality of life mod that feels like a natural addition to your gameplay and doesn't break the immersion. This mod even has a version that works with other HUD mods like Better Player Health Bar. Number 2. Expansive Starfield. The default galaxy in the skies over various Starfield planets is really plain, static, boring, and completely inaccurate, so it basically sucks massive balls. Expansive Starfield is a texture replacement mod that utilizes various real-world astrophotography of our home Milky Way galaxy mixed with a color-corrected version of the vanilla skybox. But this mod does more than just replace the default texture. If you look closely, this new galaxy is actually shimmering. The galactic clouds move around slightly and stars have some variation to their shine. This is a small detail, but it makes the sky so much more interesting and alive than the default boring texture. Number 3. Stellar Water. For a 2023 multi-million game, Starfield leaves a lot to be desired in terms of visual fidelity. And even though the water in the game is not exactly the ugliest water in history, it's still pretty damn plain and boring. It actually looks more like a dark-colored jelly or something, rather than actual liquid H2O. Stellar Water mod replaces the garbage beta male default water with some premium, high-quality, actually wet Chad water that follows proper realistic water physics. This mod uses custom handcrafted water textures and improves the default water massively in every way. With this mod you can actually immerse yourself in the game world, instead of having your immersion broken by the far inferior lame default water. Number 4. Basic 8 items and minimal resources renamer. This is a frankly genius mod that massively improves inventory management. In default Starfield inventory, 8 items and resource items are in their own categories, but there's also billion other items in the same categories too. It's often pretty damn hard to pick out what's actually a good healing item or valuable resource, and what's just random garbage you've picked up while looting. This mod makes all 8 items and minimal resource items start with a period, so they always show up at the top of the page when sorting items by name. This way, you immediately can see what's the item you actually want, and what's just some random filler that should be sold or dropped. Incredibly simple yet such useful mod. Number 5. Natural LUTs. Color Graded Filter Removal and Black Level Restoration. This is a mod that replaces the default washed out hazy green Starfield filter with some custom processed LUTs that aim to improve game's visuals while maintaining the default color grading and artistic direction. It's also great for gamers with OLED screens because it ensures black levels always reach their true black color values in the dark shadows and low light areas in the game. While in some areas the difference doesn't seem all too big, in others the difference is humongous. Especially in darker areas of the world, the difference is extremely noticeable on OLED screen, but even in well-lit areas like Neon and Atlantis the LUTs make world look just a lot more vibrant, colorful, and much more pleasant than the cold muted default filter that Starfield comes with. It's definitely worth getting this LUT filter pack if you have a high-end display and want to see better colors. You can find a link to all the mods in this video down below in the description. All mods are relatively easy to install, and all mods have installation instructions in their description. Subscribe for more Starfield content.